Honey C. Golden, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, so we're going to talk about the universe today because we had a conversation over breakfast and there was some confusion about certain things. And this is stuff that I talk about a lot. So I want you guys to take a really nice deep breath. Okay, we're going to zoom out. Okay, I want you to imagine that you're not in this room right now. You're up above it. Okay, and you can see right in. So your body's here. Your inner child is here. Your inner child is your human part of you, is here. And your soul is up there. Okay? Now, you're tethered, so don't worry, your soul's going to come back. But the conversation was a lot about how does this really work and what's going on here. And I think that's important because all of this big stuff that's happened to us over the last 5 years has been about ascension. Some people would call it rapture. And basically what we're doing is we're being tested a lot right now. And the reason that we're being tested is because we're elevating. Okay? So we're moving up and up and up in vibration. And I want you to think back, and I'm dating myself, but think back to Michael Jackson and the song that he sang that was "We Are the World." Okay? You guys are the world. Remember that. When Abby said that you're big, that's true. You're very big. Okay? The size of your soul is bigger than the planet that you're standing on. That's really important that you remember that. You're here to create. You're not here to suffer. And you're not here to do any of the things that we've been doing for so long here on this planet. We're here to lift it up. Okay? So that's important. I wanted you guys to really feel that and remember that because we have been in a really big spiritual war. And the war has been over the universe, not over just Earth. But Earth is where we've been playing it out. So the entirety of Earth, there are so many souls here, and we came here for a reason. We came here to elevate the planet. We came here to move Earth back to where she was. Right? So Earth used to live in the 5th density. Okay? She used to live in a higher vibration, and she was created for communication. So she was created, and she has a soul. She was created for communication so that different beings could come here and learn how to talk to each other. Because our universe has been a polarized universe. So Star Wars is a documentary. Okay? So that's really important that you remember how big you are because you affect everything around you. Your attitude, how you feel. If you feel small, then you're not spreading out your frequency. You guys have a beautiful frequency. You're all big souls, or you wouldn't be here. You wouldn't know what you know. You came here to awaken and to drag Earth back up. And that's important. Okay? So the reason I'm asking you to zoom out is because your soul is the player. And a lot of people don't like this perspective, but we are in a learning game. And this game has been going on for 300,000 years. Okay? So I don't really believe in time, but it's been a very, very long time, okay? So we've been doing this for a really long time, and I want you to think about it from the soul's perspective. So the souls are creators, okay? You live in a sea of consciousness. So think about the sea. Think about all the oceans put together. And then I want you to think about a dolphin, okay? A dolphin is the soul in that sea. Think about that dolphin. You are the dolphin, okay? Earth is the size of your eye as the dolphin. And you are coming down into this little tiny body to create and to make change and to grow your consciousness. We're all a piece of what you would call God or source. And we're here to experience something. And the more that we can let go of the pain and the horror and the anger, the faster that we will get elevated. So when somebody says to you, they trigger you. So a lot of people have been really triggered lately. So if you're getting triggered, really think about, okay, do I want to be triggered or do I want to just say no? Really creating your boundaries right now and taking your power back, just like Abby was talking about, is really important. Because we don't need to be stressed right now. We're the creators. We actually made it into the fifth density, believe it or not. We're back. The earth has split. So if you follow Dolores Cannon at all, you know that the earth was splitting, right? And you were seeing it. And you could see it with anyone named Karen. I'm apologizing right now, but you can see it with the Karens, okay? All right. And the craziness that has happened. And then you can see it with someone who's solid, who knows what's going on, is maybe a little stressed here and there, but is calm and aware of what's happening. But we are the awareness. And when we split, which is a big thing, when we split, we left behind 3D and 4D. We left behind reptilians and Dracos and Greys. Okay, we left that behind. And it is actually dissolved at this point. And we also left a lot of people behind. We have a lot more holographic people here than ever before. So don't give them your power. Do not give them your power. We are the power. And we can change everything here with this. Okay? Our thoughts. That's what matters. I used to talk to someone who would talk about thought forms all the time. And we don't realize the power of our thoughts and the power of who we really are and the power of really minding your mind. Don't let the field pull in negativity into your head and keep it there. Say, nope, that's not mine. I don't want it. Send things out that are not in your highest good. Really caretake yourself. So as you're caretaking your country, caretake your being as just as much as your country. You guys matter. Your frequency matters. Everything about who you are and what you came here to do matters. And some of us, it may just be the frequency that we carry, the feeling that we carry, because you're really big and you spread it out into the world. And when you walk on the earth, you make a difference. So really remember that. It's really important for everyone. So I want to talk a little bit about how the universe actually works. So we came here, we all know about the prophecies, the precession of the equinoxes, the Hopi prophecies. We know that we're in an extraordinary time right now. And we've had lots and lots and lots of resets. So we've had the time of Atlantis, and then it exploded, right? We've had the time of the Tartarians, which a lot of us are really learning a lot about. And we've had this time that we're in now. So we had a massive reset back in the late 1700s. And when that happened, the earth was pretty desolate. And we were basically told that we were small when the population was recreated. So there's a whole lot to that story, and it's really kind of gross, so I'm not going to repeat it at the moment. But the powers that be, the souls that were fighting with each other, they've been fighting over this planet for a very long time. So the deletes, as I like to call them, were basically inhabited by the souls that didn't want humanity to succeed. Okay? They didn't want humanity to succeed. They wanted to thrive off of humanity's energy. And they taught humanity how to create with bad information. Okay? So negative information, you're here, you're small, you're here to suffer, you're here to toil and trouble and feed us, and we're going to be the Lord and Master over you. That's a huge lie. So humanity is the newest soul group in the universe, and they agreed to stay on Earth when it fell. And it was actually pulled down by those souls that really wanted to fight over it. But now those souls are gone. They refuse to heal. They refuse to go forward and allow the universe to let go of 3D and 4D. And 3D and 4D are a vibration, and they're a low vibration. They're a vibration where we can't see everything. So humanity only sees a very small percentage of the light spectrum. There could be souls all around us right now. There were souls in here when we came in to clean the room last night. Okay, ghosts. All right. And they're not here anymore except for a couple that wanted to stay. Okay. So they're here. They're enjoying this whole conversation. They're enjoying hanging out with you guys. But when you walk down the street, you could be walking by 10 souls, maybe ETs, that you can't see because you only see 1% of the light spectrum, and then you see 4% of reality. So we are in the shift of that happening. You guys are starting to see things that you've never seen before. And that's a beautiful thing. And it's part of the progression of Earth and its elevation. So the goal when we're done with all of this ascension process, which we're in a really big window right now, is freedom. Okay? We're in the freedom reset right now. And for that to happen, the 3D constructs have to fall. So if you catch yourself in the 3D construct of believing that the government has power over you, that the school system has power over you, say no, because they don't anymore. Most of them are NPCs or actors at this point. Okay? Don't give your power away to those that are not real. So I think that's really important, is to remember that. And when you look at someone or something that you've never met before, ask yourself, are they real? Or is it just me talking to myself? Because that's what a lot of it is. And we are in a completely holographic universe. And The Matrix was a reality show. Okay. So, I mean, we've been told things over and over and over and shown the truth, but we've bypassed it because we were shown that it was a joke. That's the distortion, because that's actual reality. So, he didn't bend the spoon in the movie. There was no spoon, so he could make it whatever he wanted. And I think that, kind of shows you how the universe works. But everything is created with sound and light. And you're made of light. Your body's made of light. It's crystalline. It's 99% empty space, the human body. So it doesn't feel like it's reality because we've been so immersed in this reality. But when you remember that you can only see a small part of the actual reality, and if you go and take mushrooms, you can see it all, then you will change your perspective on that, because it opens up the mind, because the mind is where things get stuck. And a long, long time ago, the human DNA was messed around with. And we were taken from 12 strands to 2. We have all 12 back now. We just haven't learned how to use them all. And they all came back because of, I don't know what they call it over here, but the Schumann resonance is what we call it in the US. Yeah. So all that sun activity is light codes coming at you all the time. That's why you have ascension symptoms, or you feel yucky, because we're letting go. So the good news is that we already won. But the bad news is that we've been in a really bad relationship for a really long time, and now we have to let go of it. We have to let go of the memory of it. So if you find yourself reliving it over and over, try to let go. Try to forgive. We have been in a massive learning process, and it hasn't been a lot of fun. But it is time to have fun now, because it is collapsing. Yeah. I'm glad you guys want to have fun, because it's going to become so much fun. So, do you want to hear a little bit about the fun that's going to happen? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, you're going to see flying cars. We're going to take over the trains that have been being used behind our back for a very long time. Things will be cleaned up. Free energy will be returned to the people. It's always been there. Planes run off the ether. And I've been talking about that for a long time. I remember the first time I tried to tell Abby. She's really upset with me because we were about to get on the plane. But just start thinking about these things and ask yourself, when you're in a crowd of people, or when you're driving down the road, how much of this is real? How many of these people are real? Do I need them? Do I need the traffic? Do I need to have the plane so full that I can't have the seat next to me open and I can put my feet up, or whatever I want to do? Because really, we don't need that. And the more we let go of the old constructs, the government, the constructs of how we behave in life too. Like, well, I have a car and it's going to bump into this car and this is going to happen. Or if you're worrying about things, if you're stressing about things, then you're stuck in the old process of the 3D. So do your best to let go of it and think about it and think about where you're really at and what's really happening. Because we never left what we call heaven. We can have heaven here right now on this earth and enjoy ourselves and create something absolutely beautiful because it's time. It's free. We're free of all of it as soon as we let go. So extract your power from the government, extract your power from negativity and put it back in your body. Because you're a big, beautiful, amazing soul and you came here for something really big. We're ascending the entire universe right now. So Source doesn't want to have polarity in this universe any longer. So it's ending. And our memory of polarity can end as fast as we allow it. And joy, happiness, all the fun things. You learn so much faster when you're having fun than you do when you're miserable and trying to memorize something. So if you're laughing and you're singing a song, you're going to remember the words to that song. If you're miserable and you have to memorize a page that the teacher says you have to memorize, it will take you the entire day to memorize that page. So really consciously think about what you want to create in your life and what you want to create in this world, and your life will start to shift. And because you're such a big soul, the lives around you will start to shift. And the people that are not real, the holograms that are not really real, will start to fade. And we will have more room, and we will start to get to meet more beings because they want to talk to us. They want to help us with this process. They want to speed it up. So we're just here to have a really good time now that we've gone through all of the misery. And we don't need to suffer anymore. And I want really to impart that because I think we got used to it. And we don't need to be there anymore. So whatever you need to do to heal that, and start to think about, what can I think about that's happy and positive and good? And what can I create today versus this happened down at the pub, or this happened at the coffee shop and this person stepped on my foot and this person double charged me at the grocery store. Whatever it is, let go of the yucky stuff. Forgive it as fast as you can and get back to being you and the positive you that you are, because you matter to this world right now. There are a lot of people that are still focused on the negative more than the positive. And what they don't realize, because they're waiting and waiting and waiting for something to happen, is that they're holding it back. So that's important to know, is that we actually are the ones who shift reality. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So.